Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing really well. So today I am really excited because I am coming back to announce another year of Herstoryathon. This is the annual month-long read-along in March where myself and Brittany over at Literarily Smitten celebrate all things women's history. And we challenge each and every one of you to read at least one book, whether fiction or non-fiction, about a real woman who existed in the past. Because March, for those of you who don't know, is Women's History Month. And so we wanted to have a way to celebrate that on our channels. And this is our third year of running it. I do think of this as being a fairly chilled readathon, and it especially is this year, because while we do have 9 other prompts that you can hit if you really want to jump into Herstoryathon this year, like I say, the only requirement is that you read one book and you have participated. If you want to get in touch with us, we have an Instagram account for Herstoryathon, which I will link down below. Make sure to tag everything with #Herstoryathon. There is also a story graph challenge which will be going live today as this video goes out, so you can record any of your progress. This year we are not going to be having a group book pick, just to keep things really easy breezy. We may have some live shows, but myself and Brittany do have quite fluctuating schedules. March is definitely a busy time for myself. We did a couple in the first year, we weren't able to do it in the second year, so I don't want to promise any and then not be able to fulfill that, but we'll have some talks behind the scenes. As I say, the way to participate in this readathon is to read at least one book, fiction or non-fiction, that is about a woman who actually existed. But there are 9 other prompts on our grid and you can definitely double up as much as you want. You can definitely use one book to meet 1, 2, 3 or even 9 of the prompts if you're able to find a way. We do like to change up these prompts every year, and here is this year's little grid. There are a few that always stay the same, or at least stay similar. Prompt number 1 being to read about a woman from a different country to your own. Pretty self-explanatory. Definitely want to give you the opportunity to kind of branch out. I know for myself I do especially read a lot of histories that are very England focused, and so this is really a slap on the wrist for me. Another prompt that usually stays the same is to read letters, essays, diary entries or memoir. Basically read something that isn't just straightforward prose, and especially because it's a chance to get to hear about these women in their own words rather than the words of a biographer or a fiction author. One of the prompts we always want to have is to read about somebody who is in some way underrepresented, whether that is reading about a woman of colour, somebody who is LGBTQ+, disabled, working class. And now we get into some of the slightly different prompts from previous years. Prompt 4 is one book, multiple generations. This might be a big sweeping history of multiple decades or centuries, and so would encompass lots of different generations of women within it. This could be a book that is looking at different family members. There are different ways that you can twist this one, but I think is a really great way of being able to look at one particular topic but see how different women over time have faced those challenges. Prompt number 5 is stage and screen queens. I think the most simple way that you could adapt this is looking at somebody who was a star of stage, movies, TV. I think you could also maybe adapt this into reading a book about a historical woman who you have seen on screen, whether it's a biopic, whether it's them actually performing themselves. As a big theatre fan myself, when Brittany suggested this, I was like, yes please. Prompt 6 is writing women. Whether the woman that you're looking at was a novelist, a journalist, or even a diarist or letter writer, if she made her name by her pen or her keyboard, then it counts. Prompt number 7 is women at leisure. I feel like often there is a real push to look at women in their professional lives, looking at women at work, but you know what, sometimes girls just want to have fun. So for this prompt, read about women pursuing leisure activities instead. Prompt number 8 is an activist or political woman. Maybe she was a campaigner, a protester, a prime minister, a president. If she took a stand for something that she believes in, then it counts. And then finally, the last prompt, number 9, is early achiever, in which we are challenging you to read a book about a woman who achieved great things before she turned 25. And you know, making all of us feel hopelessly inadequate. Non-reading prompts for the Herstoryathon challenge is to take a photo of yourself in a location where a famous woman may have been. Once again, don't forget to use our #Herstoryathon. If you post about these on social media, we'd love to see them. And another non-reading prompt that we always use is to watch a documentary, a movie, a TV show, or even listen to a podcast about women in history. Once again, we'd love to get any of your recommendations. But there we go, those are all of the prompts for this year's round of Herstoryathon. I'm very much looking forward to getting back into this. I think because of Herstoryathon, March is always a really big reading month for me. Though to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hit all of the prompts this time round. Last year I was really pleased with myself because I did manage to read both our group pick and read for all 9 prompts. I was very pleased with myself, but I don't know, I know that March is going to be busy for me, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. Do let me know if you're going to be participating in Herstoryathon this year. Please let me know of any book recommendations or anything that is on your to-read list for this year. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.